But the trend is the phenomena that we see at Skinwalker Ranch is tied to the phenomena of anytime you've got a pilot reporting UAP, UFOs, it's all linked. They're reporting the same kinds of things. The different things that we pick up at the ranch, we get anytime you're near these objects from any other military platform, etc. So it's all tied together, and still somewhat of a mystery to what's going on and why.
And the key is, I've talked about this in other forums, is that there is no government funding source in this country to study and investigate, get to the bottom of the UAP thing. There's no real, while there's Arrow now, they're not funding actual research into it. And the best way to get funding to do this is through entertainment. And what better way to do a research project like this, that if you don't get the public to believe you anyway, then you're not going to keep the interest of potential donors, funding places, and so on. And research is expensive. I mean, you got to feed your family for one. You got to have a day job, right? Well, this is our day job, and then you also have to buy equipment. You got to pay people to come and do things. Visiting scientists, you got to pay them, or people don't do things for free. That's just how it works. And what we've discovered is both China and Russia have been taking this very seriously and have big programs, and have had big programs for decades. But the United States isn't, and not. They won't take it seriously for whatever reason. So this is our effort to take it seriously.
Yes. Do you think that it could be anything supernatural? Do you think it could be ghostly, demonic?
Well, so I don't like the idea or the words paranormal, supernatural, because they suggest something that can't be understood, right? And if we put it in that box, then it's in the box that can never be understood. Then it doesn't do us any good. But I'll tell you this: the rabbi Ariel Zadok pointed something out to me once, and I had him out to the ranch because he saw a Navajo ritual that looked very similar to a Hebrew ritual. And so we had him come do the Hebrew ritual, and some really interesting phenomena occurred when he did. But he said, well, what's the definition of an angel or a demon or a god? They're not of this earth. That makes them an extraterrestrial.
Huh.
So whatever is going on, be it something from the, you say it's something maybe say for the afterlife or spiritual, that could be part of the universe we just don't understand yet, right? And so I put it in the box like that, as opposed to it being something that couldn't be understood, as opposed to us looking at it from what we can understand and developing a better understanding of the universe. And I think the ranch has really given us an opportunity to do that.
And we just had the season 5 finale, and I had some of the last words on the final episode, and I was asked what's next, right? And so it's trying to communicate. Something's trying to communicate. It's how we understand it. Call it whatever you want to call it, but something does seem to be communicating or attempting to. So if we can get to the point where we can understand that, maybe it's life-changing message, or it's somebody's shopping list. Who knows?
And here's the thing: zero of what you see on the show is made up. Nothing. Right. It's made. Everything is 100%. The only thing that might be, say, out of time or whatever would be like something happened and somebody says, "Hey, look at that," but there wasn't a camera pointed in that direction, and so they'll say, "Wait a minute, would you say that again?" Or they'll come back a week later. "Oh, we forgot. We didn't get that video of you saying that. Would you say it again?" That would be the only thing that anybody could say was TV production, right? The rest of it is completely the scientific investigation. And what I tell people, this isn't a TV show. It's a documentary of a scientific investigation. And that's the key importance and difference from your typical, paranormal hunting show, so to speak, right? The show is our platform for showing the results of our research.
Good. Now, out at the ranch, I mean, the part that you can't really show on the television aspect of it is this emotional response you get. You ask how you feel out there. I feel great most of the time, but there are times when you feel things that are completely unexplainable. You shouldn't be afraid, but now you're afraid. This makes no sense. You shouldn't be angry, but now you're angry. You shouldn't be sad, but now you're sad. I mean,
And it happens like that. And in fact, in part of our safety briefing, when anybody new comes on, we actually tell them the ranch affects everybody differently, and it may affect you in a way that you may suddenly get nauseous or dizzy, like vertigo. You may start getting really mad. You may have some hyper emotional state. You may just kind of be in a daze, like sort of catatonic. It could happen. It could happen in any way. You might just start tasting some of the signs, though. Early signs is tasting metallic taste in your mouth or smelling burned plastic. And what we've learned is there's a chemical response in your brain that those are the two things that your brain, when it's exposed to electromagnetic fields, it'll trigger that sense. While you're not actually smelling burned plastic, that's what your brain is perceiving. And the same way with the metallic taste. And so we watch for those as signs that something's happening, that you're more susceptible to it. So we need to move you away from the phenomena, because we don't know how it's going to affect you if you stayed there. We're starting season 6 Monday.
Yeah, so there you go.
So the only thing scripted is basically an experiment script. We're going to do this experiment this way. At this time, we're doing this. At that time, we're doing that. At that time, we're doing that. And whatever happens, and nothing ever happens the way you have it.
I was going to say, requires, it's dynamic, right? Nothing survives enemy contact.
I mean,